Moa Pit off-free speed play with fire. One of the most unique game modes in Bloons TD Battles. That's what we're going to be playing today. You're going to see about 30 minutes of me, I would say the best player in the world, up to interpretation, playing this game mode, and let's get right into it. Okay, we're against Fluffhead for starters. I guess this is a pretty good opponent to start with. He has an average looking profile, a lot of badges. He has played, oh my god, he has played like 300 weeks around that. Of Bloons TD Battles, my bad. This is actually 300, yeah. My goodness, okay. That's a whole lot of Bloons TD Battles. That's more than I have. That's crazy, okay. Well, he's played longer than I have. That's actually crazy to think about. If you look at my badges, it doesn't even add up to 200, I don't think. Let me quickly have a glance at my badges. Yeah, no, I don't even have like 100. Well, I do have 100, but like just barely. My goodness. Okay, well, we have Glue Mortar Heli with Monkey Glue, Big Balloon Buster, and more boosts. So this is a mode to start every time because, yeah, this speed with fire. So that means that we can send faster balloons 2 rounds earlier, and all balloons that we send are double eco, but they also get sent back at us. So that's why it's very important to keep in mind that you're going to have to defend a lot of group balloons very early on, and it's also possible to rush with like spaced stuff, but I think that since we have Monkey Glue, I don't think it's worth it. So I'm not going to be sending pinks whatsoever. I'm just going to be sticking to blues. Very regular stuff here, regular eco, nothing else to add. I'm just going to be saving up for my heli next on pretty much, I think, 42 seconds, 41. No, 42, okay. So, yeah, there we go. There's our heli pilot. He's going to help a lot with, like, defending stuff, so that's really good. He went for Bernie stuff on his end, which I guess makes enough sense, but I'm pretty sure the heli is way stronger for the simple reason that I can send blacks in now, and those are really, really scary. So I'm just going to be popping the black layer using my heli pilot. There we go. That way the mortar can pop the rest. And just like that, we managed to handle some of the leaks. I'm going to be targeting my mortar with increased accuracy properly this time to make sure that it doesn't miss any greens. It did miss some, but nothing too major. You know what? I'm just going to target it on bigger blasts this time. That way it won't miss anything at all. I know that much. I'm quickly going to target it at the start as well. That's going to help. Alright, so now what we mostly want to do is just like try to catch any of the leaks that go by. He did go for eraser rotors. I think I'm going to do the same ultimately. Because, yeah, we do need to catch all those leaks. Otherwise, we're going to leak down to 0. And we wouldn't want that to happen because that would cause an instant loss. And that's pretty bad, I would say. But, you know what? We'll deal with it. For now, we can eco a fair amount. I would say 950 is probably like even 1000. There we go. You probably shouldn't go harder than this, but this is, I think, a justifiable amount of eco. Here, I'm just going to be going for the glue hose as a 2-3, of course. Very standard stuff here. It's going to help a whole lot of like mid-game defense in general, and it's going to be very, very strong for that. So that's why I'm not like especially worried if he sends us anything. We do have the Monkey Glue as well, which I don't know if he plans on using, but yeah, I'm just going to send a whole lot of zeros here, and this should actually be a pretty threatening rush to him. Yeah, he Monkey Glues, so that's pretty good for us. He might even die here. Yeah, nice. We take the win off of that because he didn't go for the glue in the early game, which really costed him the whole game. So yeah, GG's to Fluffhead, and let's move on to the next one. Okay, here's our C37. Interesting endgame name. I have no idea what it means. Hope I didn't say anything bad in some other language. Ninja Sub Mortar, I would say this is... I don't like this setup. Let's skip it. And we get shapes now, Ninja Mortar Heli, Pop Boost, Turbo Mobs, Long Slow. It's actually pretty interesting because of the powers. I didn't notice the powers. But yeah, this is once again going to be a mortar game. You guys have seen this already. We're just going to be starting off with the mortar, of course. Going to upgrade it to a rapid reload right off the bat. Going to be sending a bit more reds here. And yeah, I'm going to send a whole lot of groups pretty much is the plan, right? Just going to be sending a whole lot of grouped. Actually, I probably, he long slows straight up. You know what, I'm just going to sell this into a heli because he long slowed it. And he pop boosts as well, which is rather shocking to say the least. I'm just going to target a motor over here. And that's hopefully going to defend stuff, right? And now I can probably start ecoing of blues. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole plan here. Alright. So we now have a heli and a mortar down, which is pretty helpful to us. Because it's going to allow us to defend grouped really easily. Mortar is really good against grouped sends in general and allows us to eco a whole lot, which in turn is going to give us a whole lot more money than him, and we're going to end up outplaying. So, I mean, that's basically the basis of this game, right? I'm just going to go for the Bernie stuff. There we go. I shouldn't have sent that black because it's going to be sent back at me, and it's going to cause a bit of damage, but that's okay. He does pop boost, so that's pretty good. I don't know if we took any damage here, really. I don't think we have. I'm just going to target this to the increased accuracy as well, and even bigger blasts to make sure that all of those yellows get hit and we're able to eco with them properly. I'm going to long slow here. I'm pretty sure this is worth it. Oh my god, okay, let me pop boost this. Are we fine? Come on. Okay, looks like we are, and he's not. Nice. Okay, that was rather intense. Those yellows made us struggle a whole lot because there were 2 stacked for the mortar to pop them, but we're good. So GG's to this guy. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, here's Enrique, I don't know, cards, Wiz, mortar, chipper. This is again mortar. We see mortar every single time for some reason. We have Jugger, launch, beefy mobs, and Tarbon is a very aggressive power loadout. He asks us to skip, so we won't because we want to save the skip. Yep, there we go, he skips, and we get Wattle Resource instead. Boat, Dotling, Ace. You know what, because this doesn't have mortar already up, just because of that really, there's nothing else. Also, we hit 700 million medallions. I don't know if you guys noticed, but yeah, last week's chest from my clan did get us enough medallions to go to 700 million, so that's pretty good. Here, I'm just gonna go for the grape shot on close. This is very standard stuff. Nothing really of value, I would say, that you're seeing. This is just a pretty normal boat start with eco, of course. He did go for the faster shooting. We're going to need to mirror that to make sure that we have the same amount of defense as him. This is really important because if you want to send at each other, you want to make sure they have similar defense, because otherwise you're going to struggle to the sense that you're sending at one another more than your opponent is, and it's going to give him the advantage. So here we just want to send like few pings after we got up our second 0-0 Buccaneer. And he actually, oh my goodness, he dies, really? Okay, well, GG's to Enrique. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, here's an on. So we're on Sprinkler. All right. Okay, that's actually a pretty good map. Wiz a sub. I don't really want this. He skips it. We got Spike Storm Power Lock, and I didn't see the third one. It's Beefy Mobs. Ninja NG Ace. Actually, is this... Do I want this? It's Ace on a short map. No, I don't want this. I don't want this. You know what? Let's just go for a game instead with Mortar Cobra Super. My goodness. Okay. That's interesting. So we're for sure going to want to send some Space Blues into a mortar right off the bat. Going to upgrade to Rapid Reload right off the bat as well. I'm going to try to target so the AI pops as well as the scent path. Gonna go for the Cobra here for sure on strong. I'm gonna send some pinks, of course, and I'm gonna try to upgrade this to a double tap. There we go. Do I want a power lock? Obviously not yet. I'm just gonna keep this Cobra targeted on strong. It's gonna help out a whole lot with the space sense, and it's gonna really come in clutch. So he did go for the Bernie stuff here. That's fair to do. I'm going to try to snipe this AI because it's going to save more lives than the send path itself. So it's actually rather important. Here I'm just going to try to snipe those reds that are leaking by. And here I'm pretty sure that ecoing with grouped is actually rather safe. So that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to try to snipe this AI while I'm ecoing with the mortar and stuff. And while the send path gets popped, it's really, really important to preserve some lives here. I'm pretty sure bigger blast is going to be necessary for that exact reason. So that's what we're going to be going for. And this should help a whole lot with like defending stuff. I'm gonna keep one of those Cobras targeted to first actually. It should help with like anything that goes by. So here I'm just gonna send a whole lot of yellows. I'm gonna power lock as well. Trying to make sure that anything that can go through will go through, and make sure that he can't mirror the eco at us as well. This is what the power lock kind of does here. We are on 50 lives, which is rather quite the issue, but it's fine. We're going to go for a few Cobra farms, actually, because it's going to generate us a fair bit of money, and we probably do want to send some balloons, I would say, on like around 9 or something like that. It's probably what we're going to do. Actually, no, you know what? I just realized. Is that really what we want to do? Maybe, actually. You know what? Let me try it. I'm going to try it. Not around 9, but around 10. Okay, never mind. He's already rushing. Wow, what does he want to send? Okay, well, I'm just going to Spike Storm this. Going to be power locking here. Going to be sending a few rainbows, nothing too major. Just something that he can't defend, whereas I can. And hopefully he dies first. Oh my god, he went for a big one. No shot. Wait, how did he afford that? What the... Okay, well played, I guess. Wow, it's unexpected. And how did I not defend as well? It's also unexpected. We move. Okay, well, here's CRTX on Mosh. I don't like Mosh. Knockout, Rubber to Gold. Okay, we have Rubber to Gold in Speed of Fire. Obviously gonna generate us a whole lot of money. I don't know who this guy is. Apparently he knows me though. But yeah, we have Camo Shred as well, which is a tiny boost to attack speed as well as camo detection. Knockout is good for aggro play, but nothing too crazy. I don't like Mosh as a map. Thankfully, he skips it before I do. And we get Roadblock, Dotling Ice Village. This is guaranteed to go late game, which would be very easy to do, but no thanks. We got Ninja Sub Mortar instead, which also is pretty much guaranteed to go late game. I guess the other loadout would have been more fun, but you know what? It's fine. He did go for a Ninja over a Mortar, which is shocking, but I guess, right? We're just gonna quickly go for pink defense because that's probably what he's gonna be sending at us, I would assume. Well, he went for a double shot, which is pretty surprising, but I mean, he does what he wants, I guess. Can't blame him too much. For now, I'm just gonna try to like chill to all this. He rubbers to gold. I'm gonna stop sending then. He goes for the Mortar. Fair play to do. And I'm just gonna try to clutch all this up. Nice. We did it. And here I'm just gonna probably send greens when he does and try to rubber to gold. Just gonna be sending a few greens here. And as soon as he sends greens himself, I'm gonna rubber to gold. Unfortunately, though, it doesn't appear like he wants to, but I mean, if he's not going to send me anything, I'm fine with just not ecoing whatsoever. Although I just realized that we do have yellows, which are going to be an issue. I'm just going to knock this out real quick. And I'm going to go back to full ecoing with greens. Does he struggle to this? Oh my god, he leaks a whole lot. 3 lives. Okay. Pretty good for me. Undoubtedly. Does he die? Nice, he does. Okay, that was very, very close, but he didn't defend, thankfully, because he only needed to leak 3 more lives, and we do take the win. GG to CRTX, let's move on to the next one. Okay, here's Griff94. So we're on, this time around, a game, once again, with Wiz Village Ice. You know what, sure, this just because it's a game and I want my revenge from the last time. So we're, of course, going to be sending reds here, going to be ice starting, very usual stuff. 4 Speed with Fire, obviously ice, super strong start in Speed with Fire in general. The only difference here is that it's random trio, but that's really all there is to it. And I'm probably going to send a few pinks and try to get some salt in. Alright. Gonna try to get some salt in here. Hopefully this is a success. Looks like it was. He leaked a fair amount. And we do have our double ice set up, which is going to help a whole lot of like defending in general. And I'm going to go for the lightning on top of that to really make sure that we're chilling and he doesn't get any salt in. He could have gotten 1 life here, but 1 life is not worth the use in my opinion. So yeah, pretty good for us here. This is definitely a very pleasant situation to be in. And of course, this wizard is set up so that it has the best chances of hitting the AI over anything else. And yeah, I guess I'm going to probably be setting up triple ice here as well, because it's going to help a whole lot with defending yellows, defending AI as well to a degree, stuff like that, right? Although I do need to set back my my double ice because it did reset. Okay, let me quickly set this back up. And there we go, that's triple ice, so that's going to help out so much with defending stuff, you don't even know. I'm going to go for permafrost as well, just make absolutely sure that we're chilling. He could get a few lives of salt in if he just used it, but it looks like he doesn't want to because I'm just leaking so few lives, which is fair. I'm going to assault myself though because he did leak a bit. I'm going to crowded bloom some pinks in as well because it's not that scary to me because I do have a triple ice setup, which he doesn't. Unfortunately though, it appears that we won't be getting any extra lives. He does salt, so I gotta be careful not to leak anything here. I'm gonna make sure that I don't leak anything. Alright, good. You love to see it. Now we do have Ice Village, so what I can do at this point is just sell both of these into this. Into making sure that he doesn't get that life. Into this, and now we're good to literally anything whatsoever. So at this point in time, there's nothing that can harm us anymore. I'm just free to eco as much as I want. And you know what? Just for celebration purposes, crowded bloom some zebras. Let's go. Hopefully this actually manages to do something to him. Okay, nice. It looks like he's leaking a whole lot. This isn't scary to me though, because I mean everything's just gonna pop here, and it looks like he's gonna be dying. Nice, he does go down. So GG's to Griff 94. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, here's top 3 no press. We're gonna be going on an industrial zone. We have Tack Boat Farm, which is actually pretty good. We have Camo Shred as well. That's actually a pretty funny gimmick. All right, so we do have a Camo Shred. Definitely something to keep in mind. It's going to come in very handy if he does ready up, but he doesn't. It's Super Monkey Lane instead with Boat Village Wiz, which is much more awkward in the early game, and I absolutely love that. We're all for it. So, of course, we're going to start with the Wizard. Easily the best here. We do have the Bow, which is supposedly the best early game tower, but I mean, look at the map we're on right now. It's Super Monkey Lane. You're not getting a boat on Super Monkey Lane. I'm sorry. You're not. And I think that he's realized that as well, because he's not going for a boat. So that's very fair. It looks like he does have the better early game whiz spot because he did not leak a single life. He's crowded bloomsing some of this in. He's terrible on this thing as well, which is really bad actually. You should not be doing that. But I mean, if he wants to, he can. I'm just going to go for an extra wizard here. I'm going to start ecoing a bit as well. I do have my double fireball set up, which is pretty good. He does have a boat now, but I'm going to just keep ecoing with some blues because it's slightly more worth it than greens, money-wise, like return over investment-wise, so that's why I'm doing it. Now though I can send a few. Also, it's easier to defend for my defense, which has less money spent in it, so it's pretty good to keep in mind. I'm going to start going for a second lightning inevitably though. I'm not going to need that much. I'm just going to keep ecoing with blues, thinking it's the best thing I can do here. It's a nice way of like mixed ecoing in the early game. So there we go, this should be enough to perfectly afford the lightning. Great stuff. And now I can just go back to full ecoing with like yellows and stuff, because I really am not afraid of them anymore. I do have the double lightning setup, which is going to help out so much. And here I probably do want to Terrorblind this, because it's scary for him and does kind of ruin the purpose of his boat. He crowded Bloons. He crowded Bloonses or something. I don't even know how to say it. Are we good? Oh my god. Okay. Okay, sure. Let's go with that one, sure. Okay. Wow. I'll just say wow. That's all I'll say, but wow. Just gonna go for an extra lightning. Gonna go for an extra second lightning. Yep. Gonna go for an extra third lightning. Yep, we do like the extra lightnings for sure. We love them. Just gonna keep going for them. Of course, you want to go for them in spots where top liners won't affect them much. Very natural stuff should be. And yeah, I'm just gonna like keep going for these pretty much. It would be smart if he sent camos, because I don't have a single piece of camo detection. Well, now I do, but it's because it's under village. Well, no, because it's not under village, because it's monkey sense, because it already had fireball to begin with. That's what I meant to say. Of course, gonna go for the Dragon's Breath, and this should defend pretty easily. Whereas he shouldn't defend so easily. Never mind, he does defend so easily. We good? We are. Wow. That's just scary now. Scary as all hell, but we move. Of course, we're always in danger of an all-out, but we do have a boost to use up as soon as he does get one. He went for the Raider scan, it appears. He probably has plans of sending us camos, but we do have camo shred, so it's really no big deal for us. He might send us a Moab, which will just boat pull. Ultimately, I'm pretty sure this is the optimal play. I unfortunately can't get up under the village, but that's alright. And yeah, we just have barely enough camo detection, the bare minimum required, and we're just going to be using... what do we want to do here? Obviously, he can't send BFB at me, he can't do much of that sort of stuff. And we can't eco at each other either, because then we're in danger. Hella. So, I mean, we're kind of stuck in limbo here. There's nothing for one another to do. Just in case he does choose to all-out me, I will set up a village here. And he's ecoing a bit. Does he want to keep going with that? He doesn't. He prepares a village here as well. I suppose it's because he might want to micro boats in the future, so that's kind of fair. I'm gonna go for some eco now, finally. I'm gonna stop here, I think, because he's ecoing as well with some whites, and we do want to stop. He stops when I stop. That's actually rather smart. He's not stopping anymore. We're gonna wait and see what he does here. He stops again. He stops whenever I stop. It's actually rather smart, though. Can't disagree with that. I'm gonna go for the Monkey Town because we do have enough saved up for it, and it's gonna increase how worth it our eco is. But you know what? I guess this is going late. We of course could have all-outed each other, but whoever all-outs is at a disadvantage here because he doesn't get the money that he spent rushing and sent at both sides. So that's why it's rather scary to even want to attempt it. I'd rather not. Personally, I'm just going to keep going for Dragon's Breaths. And yeah, I think you can see why the Raider scan is kind of useless, because you just end up going for those Dragon's Breaths anyways, and those give you camo detection by default. So he did go for the Monkey Town as well. The Piers around 3k eco, nothing too crazy, but nothing too bad either. And we do have the Monkey Town upgrade, which is going to help us a whole lot, getting up extra eco here. So something to keep in mind for sure. He did get up a village as well in the same place that I did, because yeah, we might want to micro boats in the future. You know what? I'm gonna prepare one the same way he prepared one, because I mean, I guess he figured out my intentions there and he just wanted to copy it. So I can't really blame him too much for that. Here I'm just gonna go for more Dragon's Breaths because those are gonna be our main lineup of defense, I suppose. Although I do guess one little aircraft carrier can't hurt too much. Obviously, this should all be on strong. Let me go for it, and let me go for one here too. Is this under the range? Yep, it is. All right. Then let me go for a couple of these. Nothing too crazy, but nothing that's too bad either. And I'm probably gonna be pre-placing another boat if I can. It appears that I can, but it's difficult. I'm just going to send a few blacks in hopes that I can actually get it down. I cannot. That's unfortunate. Please let me get this boat down. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. That was instant. Thank you, and thank you, and thank no one else, it appears. Alright, sure. 3 spots is actually pretty decent that I have prepared here, because those are going to allow us to have way easier micro time, so that's pretty decent. We're of course going to want to keep going for more Dragon's Breaths. All intense magic though, nothing extra, because those are like the main upgrades, I suppose. I'm just going to keep going for more Dragon's Breaths here, all over the map, because those are like going to be our main CMT popping power for the late game. That's pretty much it, right? So obviously people who rush first are usually at an advantage because they know what to do, and they know when the rush is coming, but usually if you react to it fast enough, it's ultimately fine. We do want to go for Dragon's Breath in spots where time limits doesn't hurt as much, but thankfully against CMG layers, it doesn't matter as much, and the village range is actually pretty helpful. We're probably going to replace this monkey town soon by a call to arms instead, which will be very beneficial to us in the later rounds for defending stuff. I'm going to go for a Dragon's Breath here as well, since I placed my village a bit more properly. Going to go for a wizard here as well, since I can. Why not? Why like prevent myself? Going to go for another one here. I can go for wizards all over here too. And yeah, obviously defending around 32 AI is a problem with wizards, but thankfully we have so many down that we can actually defend. So that's pretty good. Just going to keep going for more, keep going for more, keep going for more, keep going for more. Going to upgrade them all to phoenixes at this point. And yep, I think we're about set for the late game here. And he did go for some aircraft carriers over like boat pulls, so that's pretty interesting. We're just going to go for the 2-1 village here, make sure that we do have the extra bit of defense on our aircraft carriers, of course, to make them attack faster and stuff. We can sell the monkey town, it's not going to be useful to us since we're not going to be econ anymore. Do I have any of these wizards targeted to first or something, or I mean the strong or something? No, but here I'm just going to go for the rush. And I'm gonna, this is very much an all-out. Just gonna go for these. Gonna go for the camo shred as well. I'm gonna make sure to boat pull anything that I can. And are we good here? We are, nice, we do take the win. Okay, great. GG's to T3 No Press, and let's move on to the next one. Okay, here's YVNG. We're going to be going on Water Hazard. We have Wiz Heli Super. This is going to be the last game of the video, by the way. So if you guys have watched this far, it's probably that you enjoy my content, right? So I would assume that with this epic Cobra Village farm content, you got to hit the subscribe and the like button, right? I mean, that's pretty much all there is to it, huh? Cobra Village farm long tower boost, extra slow super eco boost. This is such a funny loadout. I got it already up. Come on. This is the funniest R3 speed play with fire loadout. Like, come on now. How can I not already up here? Gonna be sending a tiny bit. He's sending as well, which is, I think, a mistake, because, I mean, he's gonna send that himself too, and he's gonna have less money in hand to defend anything. So, just gonna go for more Cobras here. He extra slows right away. I'm gonna be doing the same then, alright. I'm going to be long tower boosting as soon as I get a third Cobra down. I'm going to be super eco boosting here. Going to be long tower boosting whenever it's possible. Alright. And he's sending too much at himself. He's going to eventually die before me because he doesn't have the defense set up. This is probably a pretty good time to start sending myself. I'm going to target one of these 2 strong because Cobras do pop 2 layers. And we've centered each other at this point. Going to be extra slowing him. There we go. Gonna be waiting for his extra slow before placing down my Cobra. Okay, looks like I'm just gonna be placing it and he's dead. Almost. 6 lives, okay, wow. Gonna be going for a super eco boost, gonna target both of these two strong. Gonna be going for the long tower boost. And he extra slows, okay. We're gonna wanna prepare some defense. He long tower boosts, but he's on too low of lives, and I think he's dead. Nice. We do take the win. 1 minute 15 seconds in. GG's to YVNG, and that's going to be it for today's video. So if you guys have enjoyed it, you know what to do. Press like, press subscribe. It's literally 2 presses of a button, and they help the channel get out so many more people. And of course, if you want to put a bit more effort into supporting me and my content, you can also leave a comment down in the comment section down below. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll be seeing you guys in the next one, and have a good one, buddy. Bye-bye.